Alrighty, this is a 30-minute flow class today. For those of you who want to still move your body, but maybe you don't want to take a full hour out of your day, which is totally fine. Sometimes it feels like a lot. So we're gonna go through a nice short little flow. It's gonna go by quickly, and the best part is that you're gonna feel super great after. And it's not gonna take a lot to get there. Sometimes we overcomplicate things, you know? It doesn't take a lot to feel good sometimes. All right, so just before we do get started, if you have any injuries or limitations in your body that makes anything that I'm doing not quite work for you, then please modify it for yourself as you need to. I don't want you to get injured. Listening very carefully for any safety cues, and otherwise just making any sort of modifications or adaptations that you need to make this practice work for you today. Just having fun, remembering to smile. And we will get started on our backs in Shavasana, just letting your eyes close when you make your way onto the back. Good, you can send the legs all the way long down mat if you'd like. Just letting the feet fall to the outside edges, relaxing in the ankles and the thighs. If you have any tension or tightness in the lower back, always option is to bend through the knees, placing the feet flat on the earth with the knees pointing up to the sky. This just gives you a little bit more support. Or you can open up the hips in supine butterfly, bringing the soles of feet to touch and letting the knees fall apart from each other. Good. For the arms, you can have them all the way long down the body with the palms facing up, receiving energy. If you're feeling tired or run down, maybe if you're feeling anxious or stuck in your head, you can always have the palms facing down to the earth to feel a little bit more grounded. Good, just reconnecting with your roots. Resting heavy into your mat. And just bringing the focus to the breath here, feeling the rise and fall with every inhale and exhale. Feeling the lungs and the belly expand as you draw energy into your body, getting ready to begin your practice today. And then feeling that release as you let go of any distracting thoughts, just melting into your mat. Good, using the breath to create a safe space for yourself, remembering that this is the place that you can let go of your ego. You can let go of any judgments or expectations that you have on yourself or on anybody else, but especially the ones that you have on yourself. And just taking the next 30 minutes to be as present as you can. Good, if your legs aren't already, sending them all the way long down the mat here, pointing through those toes, engaging through those legs. Inhale, reach the arms above the head. Big morning stretch, let that low back arch off the mat below you as you lengthen the spine. And then on the exhale, relaxing in the muscles, releasing arms into cactus, 90-90 beside the head. Good, one at a time, draw knees into chest. Flex those feet and grab onto the inside or outside grips of the feet, edges of the feet. Coming into happy baby, opening up through the hips here. Good, so you want to make sure the ankles are stacked over top of the knees. Soles of feet are facing up to the sky. Just gently pulling those feet down to the earth, pressing the knees lower. Good, really opening up through the hips here. And coming through a cleansing breath, bring in deep inhale through the nose, fill up the lungs and the belly, hold a pause at the top. Gather all the tension and anxiety that you're holding on to, and let a loud, noisy exhale through an open mouth. Good, one more right there. Big inhale through the nose, filling up the lungs and the belly, holding that pause. And a loud, noisy exhale, let it go. Nice option is to stay in stillness, so you can gently rock side to side as we connect with our Ujjayi Pranayama ocean sounding breath. Closing the mouth to bring a slow 4-second inhale through the nose with a pause at the top of the breath. Good, and then slowly releasing a 4-second exhale through the nose with a pause at the base. Staying connected with this breath as we go throughout our practice today. Keeping in mind any time that you need to lay down and just breathe, that option is always available to you. And coming into stillness if you haven't already, use the hands to close the feet together. Bring the knees to touch and extend the legs all the way up to the sky, grabbing behind thighs, calves, or ankles, coming into a double hamstring stretch. Good, just keeping the neck and the shoulders relaxed to the mat here. You can point through those toes or you can flex through those feet, or maybe you wanna alternate between both. That's totally cool. Whatever sensation you wanna feel in your body, whatever goal you're trying to reach, whatever feels better for you. And just take one more deep breath right where you are. Good. On your next exhale, bending into the knees, bringing them to 90-90 in front of you. Option to keep them side by side, or you can cross that right leg over the left. Good. Inhale, draws knees into the chest as the arms come into cactus. And then on the exhale, let both legs fall to the left side of the mat. Option to bring the gaze over that right shoulder, coming into a spinal twist. I'm just taking one deep breath here. Nice. When you're ready, carefully uncross those legs, return the knees through center and rock it out side to side, neutralizing the spine. And coming into stillness, again, option is to keep those knees side by side, or you can cross that left knee over right. Inhale, draws knees to chest, and exhale, releases legs to the right. Option, gaze to the left, coming into your spinal twist. Nice. An option is to keep those legs crossed, or you can uncross them as you carefully roll all the way over into the right side, extending your right arm long above your head, resting your right cheek on the inside of your right bicep, coming into fetal position. Good. Taking a quick moment to set a positive intention for yourself, reminding yourself that you're strong and capable, much more so than you realize. And when you're ready, carefully pressing up to grab some water, we will start in standing. Oh, almost lost my balance. Let's see. There we go. All right, starting in standing. Big toes are touching with a little space in between the heels. If that doesn't quite work for you, you can always bring the feet about hip width apart for a wider stance. Good, whatever you're doing, you just want to make sure that you're engaged through the legs with the glutes squeezed behind you. Standing up nice and tall, roll the shoulders up to meet the ears. And on your next exhale, release the shoulders down the back. Good, bring the palms to face forward, relaxing in the fingertips. Draw the belly button in toward the spine. Lift up all your toes from the mat, and then one at a time, carefully root them down, grounding down. Good, feeling all four corners of those feet as you stand up nice and tall. Nice. On your next inhale, reach both arms up to the sky, lengthening through the spine, connect the palms, option to back bend, open up the heart. And then on the exhale, carefully hinging from the hips, leading with the heart, releasing all the way forward into your fold and letting the head hang nice and heavy at the bottom. Good, relaxing here, releasing in that tension. And just staying in your fold here, shifting the weight forward and back on those feet. Good, lifting the toes and then grounding them down. And coming into stillness when you're ready. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Draw the shoulder blades behind you together. Good, so that you're not rounding the spine. And then exhale, place the palms to mat, and we step back to our first plank pose. So here we're just gonna bring the knees down, but keep the toes tucked. Double check that the shoulders are stacked directly over top of the wrists with the middle fingers facing forward. The inner crease of the elbows face in front of us. And as we lower through chaturanga, you wanna keep the biceps nice and tight to the rib cage. Good, pressing through all four corners of those palms. Hold a pause. And then inhale, press it back up into level one plank. You got it. 2 more times there. Exhale, slowly lower through half chaturanga. Good. Keep the elbows tight to the rib cage, squeezing those biceps, pressing through the palms. Hold the pause. And then inhale, press back up. Oh, level one plank. We got it. Last one here. This time we're slowly releasing all the way down. Good. Keeping the elbows tight to the rib cage. Slowly lower the belly down. Oh, and then when we're there, untucking those toes, keeping the ankles and thighs drawing together. Next inhale, we lift the top ribs off the mat, coming light on those fingertips for baby cobra. And then exhale, we relax the right cheek onto the mat. Good, again, inhale, lift it up, baby cobra, draw the shoulder blades back. And then exhale, that left cheek relaxes down. Nice. Last inhale, we lift it up. Tuck the toes in the mat behind you. On the exhale, press the mat away from you. Reach the tailbone up to the sky. Press the heels down to the mat, coming into down dog. Good. Coming high on the right toe, sinking that left heel. And reverse, just walking out the dog, pressing those heels down as far as they can go, stretching out the back of the calves, pressing the chest into the mat, getting a nice stretch throughout the shoulders, and double checking here that you're distributing the weight evenly throughout all four corners of the palms. You don't want to put a lot of pressure on just your wrists because they'll get sore. You don't want that. And coming into stillness when you're ready. Good, inhale to come high on those toes, bend through the knees, gaze up to the hands, and walk or step the feet up to meet the hands, forward fold. Good, inhale, halfway lift, flat back, the shoulders draw together, arms reach behind you, and then exhale, release forward into your fold. Good, inhale, reverse swan dive up, connect the palms, option to back bend, and exhale, bring the hands through to heart center, Tadasana. Good, just that right arm, inhale, right arm reaches up to the sky, nice side body stretch. And then exhale, we relax that right hand down slowly with the breath. Good, left arm, inhale, reached up nice and high, big side body stretch. And then exhale, left hand floats down softly with the breath. Good, both arms, inhale, reach it up, connect the palms, option to back bend, lift the gaze, open up the heart, and then exhale to hinge from the hips. Good, melting the chest forward, letting the head hang nice and heavy at the bottom in your fold. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back, shoulder blades together, and exhale, fold, release, staying in your forward fold here. Lift the toes to shift the weight into the heels. Let the arms reach behind you, bend into the knees, inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, connect the palms. And then exhale, sinking nice and deep into your chair pose. So you want to double check here that the big toes are lifted, weights in the heels. The knees don't go over the toes, and you want a little space in between the knee joints so that you're not just jamming them together. You can always dilute if you need. Good, staying as low as you can. Inhale, lift up 3 inches. Good, grounding through those heels. And then exhale, sit it low, nice and deep. 2 more times there. Inhale, lift it up, pressing through the heels. Good, and exhale, we release lower. Last one here, big inhale, you got it. Exhale, releasing forward into your fold. Good, inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, palms down, stepping back to plank. Good, you have the option to bring those knees down, or you can keep the legs straight. We lower through chaturanga, ankles and thighs drawing together. Coming onto the tops of both feet for up dog or baby cobra, open up across the chest. And exhale, up and back, down dog. Good, take a deep inhale through the nose. And then exhale through the mouth. Inhale, that right leg reaches up to the sky, point the toe, open up the hip, come high on the left toe, and we sweep that right leg all the way through to runner's lunge. Good, right knee stacks directly over top of the ankle. We're high on the back toe, and we release that back knee to the mat, but keep the toe tucked. On the inhale, we straighten through that right leg, flex the right toes toward the right shin. That back hip should be stacked over top of the knee. And exhale, press the hips forward, front knee stacks over top of the ankle. Good, lower body stays where it is. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Low crescent lunge back bend, lift the gaze. And exhale, we bring the body forward, peel the elbows beside the rib cage, and release the hands behind you. Good, inhale, reach the arms up to the sky, big stretch. And then exhale, we bring the hands down to the mat, framing that front foot. Good, everybody powers that back leg up to straight. We pivot that back foot flat and parallel to the back edge of the mat, really pressing through the pinky side of the left foot, and you want to squeeze the quad to protect the knee. Good, excuse me. Oh, hiccup. As you inhale, straighten through that right leg, round the spine, let the head hang heavy. And as you exhale, press bending deep into that front knee. Again, you want it to stack over top of the ankle. Good, as we inhale, windmill the arms all the way up, coming into warrior 2. So here, bring the hands to the hips, straighten through the front leg, double check that the hips are level equally facing the same way. Right toes face forward and left toes face to the side. As you exhale, bend low into that right knee, stacking it over top of the ankle. Good, reach the arms out, feel that space across the chest and across the back, sit a little bit lower. Good, flip just the right palm, inhale, right arm reaches up to the sky, left hand floats in front of that left thigh for exalted warrior. And then exhale, that right forearm comes onto the right thigh, left arm reaches up and over, nice side body stretch. Good, inhale, straighten through that right leg, right arm reaches up to the sky, lift the gaze, Joan of Arc. And exhale, bending low into that right leg. Let both hands frame that front foot. Good, we come nice and high on those back toes and step it back to plank. Nice, lower through chaturanga, biceps tight to the rib cage. On the tops of both feet for up dog or baby cobra. And exhale, up and back, down dog. Nice big inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Inhale, left leg up to sky, point the toe, open up the hip. Good, come high on the right toe and we sweep that left leg all the way through to runner's lunge. Again, you wanna make sure that left knee stays stacked over top of the ankle. We're high on that back toe, heel presses forward, and we release that back knee to the mat, but you wanna keep the toe tucked. As you inhale, straighten through that left leg, flex the left toes toward the shin, back hip stacks over top of knee, and let the head hang heavy. Good, as you exhale, press low into that left knee, stacking it over top of the ankle. Lower body stays where it is. As you inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Good, low crescent lunge back bend, lift the gaze. And exhale, body forward, peel the elbows beside the rib cage, and release the hands behind you. Good, inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Big stretch, option to lift the gaze. And exhale, hands come to mat, framing that front foot. Good, everybody powers that back leg up to straight, and we pivot that back foot flat and parallel to the back edge of the mat. Again, really pressing through that pinky toe, the quad is flexed. As we inhale, we straighten through that left leg, round the spine toward the left thigh. Good, let the head hang nice and heavy. And then as we exhale, bending low into that left knee, stacking it over top of the ankle. Good, inhale, windmill the arms all the way up to warrior two. Take a quick second, put the hands at the hips, straighten through that leg. Just double check the hips. Double check the feet. And as you bend low into that left knee, it points in the same direction as the toes and stacks over top of the heel. Good, reach the arms out, sitting nice and low. Flip just that left palm. Inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky, right hand comes in front of that right thigh. Good, exalted warrior. And as we exhale, that left forearm comes onto that left thigh. That right arm reaches up and over, nice side body stretch. Good, inhale to straighten through that left leg. Left arm reaches up to the sky. Joan of Arc, lift the gaze. And exhale, bending low into that left knee. Let both hands frame that front foot. Good, come high on the back toe and step it back to plank. Nice, lower through chaturanga, biceps tight to the rib cage. Coming onto the tops of both feet for up dog or baby cobra. Those thighs are lifted. And exhale, up and back, down dog. Good, inhale to come high on those toes. Bend through the knees, gaze up to the hands, and walk, step, or float the feet up to meet the hands for forward fold. Nice, inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, fold, relax the shoulders, relax the head. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Connect the palms, option to back bend. And exhale, hands to heart. Tadasana. Good, give it a little shake, shake, shake in your body. And grab a quick sip of water. Grabbing water anytime you need to. You don't have to wait for me to tell you to grab it, of course. When you're ready, meeting in Tadasana, however that looks for you. Standing up nice and tall. Good, palms face forward, softening the shoulders. As you inhale, just that left arm reaches up to the sky. Good, nice side body stretch. And as you exhale, that left hand floats down softly with the breath. Good, right arm this time, inhale, reach it up nice and high, side body stretch. And exhale, that right hand floats down softly with the breath. Good, inhale, reach both arms up, connect the palms, option to back bend, lift the gaze, open up the heart. And then exhale to hinge from the hips, lead with the heart, releasing all the way forward into your fold, and that head hangs nice and heavy. Good, inhale, halfway lift, flat back, draw the shoulder blades together. And exhale, fold, relax the neck. Good, so here, staying into your fold, you have the option to bring those feet about hip width apart. That might be a little bit more comfortable for you here. Option to stay here, or one at a time, bring your right hand down to the mat, so the back of the hand is on the mat, and your palm is facing up toward the sole of the right foot, and stepping on your right palm. Doing the same thing with that left hand. Good, getting a nice stretch in the wrists. Letting the head hang heavy. And then option is to rock the weight back and forth. Taking one more deep breath right here. Good, and when you're ready, coming into stillness, one at a time, coming out of it the same way you came in. So lifting up the feet, taking the hands out. Good, maybe giving the wrists a little roll and switching directions. Nice, and here, bringing the hands down, heel toe those feet out so they're mat width apart. You wanna make sure the feet are lined up with the edges of the mats and they're parallel, equally facing forward. Lift the toes, bend into the knees so that you're pressing the knees out wide. You're pressing through the pinky side of the toe, and that tailbone reaches behind you. You're lengthening through the spine. You don't wanna round. Again, those toes are lifted so the knees don't cave in. You wanna keep them pressing out nice and wide. Good, those glutes are working here. Right palm connects to mat, center mat. On the inhale, reach that left arm up to the sky, coming into a little twist. Good, you got it. Stay low in those legs. And then exhale, that left hand floats down, replacing it with the right, or replacing that left palm on the mat. And then inhale, the right arm reaches up to the sky. Good, opening up the chest, stacking the shoulders, lift the gaze, open up. And then exhale, that right hand floats down nice and soft. Good, staying low here, letting the head hang nice and heavy, relaxing the forearms down. On your next inhale, straighten through those legs. Good, coming into a nice wide-legged forward fold. And then on the exhale, just feel the tension release in the legs. Feel the head and the shoulders relax. Then walk the hands over toward that right leg. Bring that left hand outside the right foot, calf, or ankle. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. Again, nice twist, stacking the shoulders, lifting the gaze if you can. And then exhale, that right hand floats down. Again, inhale, reach that right arm up to the sky. Good, nice twist, getting a nice stretch throughout the side body. And then exhale, that right hand floats down. Good, walk the hands center mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. And then exhale, fold, relax the neck and the shoulders. Nice, walk the hands over toward that left leg. Bring that right hand outside left foot, calf, or ankle. And inhale, that left arm reaches up to the sky. Good, opening up the chest, stacking the shoulders, lift the gaze if you can. And then exhale, left hand floats down softly. Good, one more time. Inhale, left arm reaches up to the sky. Good, open it up, you got it. And then exhale, that left hand comes down, nice and slowly controlling that movement. And walking the hands back through center. Good, inhale, half lift, flat back. Draw the shoulder blades together behind you. And exhale, fold, relax. Inhale, reverse swan dive up. Good, reach the arms up to the sky. Big stretch, open up the heart. And on the exhale, let the hands float behind you. Good, interlace the fingers at the base of the spine. Roll the shoulders back. And then on the exhale, hinge from the hips. Lead with the heart. Good, releasing into your fold, but keep the fingertips interlaced behind you. And you're reaching the arms up to the sky, getting a nice stretch in the shoulders. Good, keeping those hands interlaced, lifting the chest back up on your next inhale. Lifting the gaze up to the sky, open up the heart, unclasp those hands, reach the arms up to the sky. And then exhale, let the arms float down in front of you. Good, just shaking them out. A couple times and shaking those legs out. When you're ready, bring the hands onto the thighs. I'm actually going to turn around and face you. Bring the hands onto the thighs. You want your feet to turn out so that your toes are turned out, your heels are turned in. And as you bend into your knees, you want to make sure that the knees stack over top of your ankles. So you might need to kind of adjust your body as you go. That's totally cool. The final essence here is you want to, again, keep the knees in line with the toes so they're not caving in. And the big toes are lifted to keep the weight in the heel. Good, coming into goddess pose. Tuck that tail under so that you're not sticking the booty out behind you. And stand up nice and tall, shoulders are down the back so you're soft, nice and soft in here. As you inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. Good, reach it up nice and high. And then as you exhale, bringing the arms into cactus, 90-90 beside the head. Good, as you inhale, everything straightens up to the sky. Good, big stretch. And then exhale, pressing it nice and low into goddess. Good, just the arms. Inhale, reach it up nice and high. And then exhale, that right forearm comes onto that right thigh. Left arm reaches up and over. Good, again, bringing a bend into that left arm, resting that left forearm on that left thigh, and that right arm reaches up and over. Good, meeting back in through center. Both the arms and legs. Inhale, reach it up nice and high. Good, big stretch. And then on the exhale, bending into the knees, bring the hands onto the thighs and just relax the chest forward. So you're kind of using the hands to press the knees out wide, getting a nice stretch in the inner thighs. Good, as you inhale, lengthen the spine, draw the shoulders back, open up the chest, that tailbone reaches behind you. And then as you exhale, bring that right shoulder forward, left shoulder back. Option to bring the gaze over that left shoulder. Good, nice twist in the spine. Inhale back through center. And then exhale, left shoulder forward, right shoulder back. Good, inhale back through center, straighten those legs, place the hands on the mat, and heel toes back into center, finding your forward fold, just letting the head hang nice and heavy. Good, inhale, halfway lift, flat back, shoulder blades together behind you. Exhale, palms down. Option to step back to plank or level 3s. Option to shoot back chaturanga, landing with bent arms, coming onto the tops of both feet for up dog or baby cobra. Good, exhale, up and back, down dog. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Nice, inhale to come high on the toes, lower the knees onto the mat. Keep those toes tucked behind you. Again, you might need to adjust the body, making sure the shoulders are stacked over top of the wrists and those knees are stacked underneath those hips. Toes are still tucked if you can. As you inhale, lengthen through the spine, the tailbone reaches behind you, open up the chest, lift the gaze. And then as you exhale, tuck that tail under, contract the core, good, around the spine, press the mat away from you to open up through the shoulder blades. Again, inhale, press the belly button toward the mat, tailbone reaches behind you, lift the chest, we're in cow pose. And then exhale, round and tuck, good, to cat pose. Last one, big inhale, lengthening through the spine, that tailbone reaches behind you, open up the chest, lift the gaze. Good, exhale, round and tuck, contracting the core, opening up the shoulders and coming into center. Nice here, stepping both hands all the way forward as far as you can and surrender the chest to the mat, keeping the hips stacked over top of the knees. Coming into extended puppy pose here, so you have the option to relax the forehead down. If this feels better for you, that's totally cool. For a full variation of the pose, you can rest the chin onto the mat. Good, keeping that throat open. It can be a very intense throat opener and shoulder stretch, so you can always just do what you can. Remember, don't force your body to do things that it's not quite ready for yet. It is all good. And when you're ready, carefully pressing the mat away from you. Good, walking the hands back, untuck the toes and sit it back for a nice child's pose, really reaching the arms forward. Good, relaxing the forehead down. And walking the hands back, sitting up, ooh, nice and tall. I almost got caught there. When you're ready, just grabbing onto some water and finding your sits bones. I feel like I have something in my throat. So sorry if it's coming across funny. When you're ready here, sending those legs long, removing the fleshy part from underneath the sits bones, just pulling it back so you can really, really ground down into the mat. As you inhale, sit up nice and tall, lengthen through the spine. And then as you exhale, walk the hands down the legs, just reaching as far as they can go. Again, don't try to force anything. Let the head hang heavy and relax the shoulders, relax the forehead, release the tongue from the roof of the mouth. You can always bend the knees if you need or point those toes. And when you're ready, slowly rolling up the spine. Good, here we're bending into that right knee, placing that right foot on the mat in front of you. You kind of, if you're able to, you want to come nice and high on those toes, but you can always keep the heel down if you need. That left hand is coming to the mat beside that left hip, and that right arm reaches up to the sky. Here we're pressing the mat away from us, so that right toe is supporting us. Good, that left shoulder is stacked over top of that left wrist, and that gaze is behind you, opening up the chest, opening up the gaze. Good, rock star pose. And then on the exhale, slowly, carefully release the hips down. Good, letting them hover. Again, inhale, reach it up nice and high. Open up the chest, open up the throat. Good, this is a really energizing pose. And then on the exhale, release the hips down to the mat, nice and carefully. Good, send that right leg long and give it a little shake out. And drum roll. And when you're ready, coming into that left side here. This is one of my favorites. So bending into that left knee. Again, bringing the tippy toes onto the mat if you can, trying to lift that heel. The right fingertips face away from you, and that left arm reaches up to the sky. Good, lifting the hips up, staying high on those left toes. That right shoulder should be stacked over top of that right wrist, and that gaze is behind you, opening up the chest, opening up the throat. Good, drawing that energy into the body, inviting it in. And then on the exhale, slowly, carefully, releasing the hips down to hover. One more time, inhale, reach it up nice and high. Good, lift the gaze, you got it. You're not here for long. So enjoy it, and then exhale, release the hips down. Good, coming back, sending the legs long and shaking it out. And when you're ready, bringing the feet together, knees out wide, finding your butterfly pose. So just using the hands to grab onto the ankles, sitting up nice and tall. Good, lengthening through the spine and draw the shoulders down the back. That left hand grabs onto the right ankle, and that right arm reaches behind you, coming into a spinal twist, sitting up nice and tall, option gaze to the side, or over the shoulder toward the back. And then carefully returning the body back through center. Good, sitting up nice and tall, just taking one breath. And then when you're ready, bringing that right hand to left ankle, left hand reaches behind, sitting up nice and tall, option gaze over that shoulder. And returning the body back through center, left hand to left ankle, right hand to right ankle. Good, as you inhale, sit up nice and tall, draw the knees down. And as you exhale, bend the elbows, place them inside the knees. Option to stay here or to bring the forearms to the mat, letting the head hang heavy. Good, coming into a fold. Taking a quick moment to thank yourself for taking this time out of your day. Spending this time, investing it into the health of your mind and your body. Remembering that it doesn't matter how long you do it, the numbers don't matter. What's important is that you just make the effort. Do it for you, because you deserve it. Good, slowly sitting up nice and tall. Use the hands to guide the knees together. And send the legs out long and just give it a little shake, shake, shake. Grab some water. Give yourself a high five for taking this time out of your day. Thank you so much for sharing your energy with me. I really appreciate it. And I hope that you all have a great day. Thank you. Okay, bye.